The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. I'm going to call that the next
Hey, on a window, on a way. Great and wonderful people of Biafra, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Depending on your place of domicile, and you are welcome to this program. While you are joining us, share this video, invite others to join. While you are joining, share the video, invite other people to join. Dude, it is done. So, share the video and alert other people to join. We just checked, we are coming out clear. You know, the criminals and you know what I call these people, they are parasites, like our Lolo called them. You know, we started using this song. They remember they will use it when they are, you know, doing their saga in the social media. But very, very important. You know, we are here once again, and I welcome you. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. I do not know why Twitter did not allow us this, you know, time around. We are offline on Twitter, and I will continue to check on it until we get back up on Twitter. It has been, you know, I don't know, maybe the corrupted link, but that's by the way. We may continue with YouTube and Facebook. While we, you know, I will also try my best to get the Twitter connected, but for now, we are only live on YouTube and Facebook. Wherever you are watching from, share the video, invite others to join. Are you watching on YouTube? Are you watching on Facebook? Share the video, like the video. Don't forget to give that video a like for the algorithm to continue to do the sharing. We are live on Judge Money Blog Africa on YouTube, on Judge Money Blog on Facebook. Whichever place you are watching from, please share the video. Don't forget to subscribe and follow the pages where you are watching from. Of course, you know, we are supposed to have this program earlier than this time, but because of few challenges, I couldn't make it. That's basically the reason why I don't like to place time, and reschedule a broadcast, or schedule a broadcast rather, because I know that time is always, against me. So my apologies to great reference all over the world. My apologies. I will never put time again. I will just leave it evening, morning. So you are welcome to this program. Of course, I promise you we are going to be talking about here what we are going to be talking about. Number one is Azuka 5 million. The other one is the speech of Nnennayanya. Of course, you people are well aware of the latest broadcast did by Nnennayanya, because in that broadcast, the reason why I actually want to bring it back, it is not a very special reason, but there are many things that she said there that some of us do not understand, and that we have some questions to ask Madam Nnennayanya, who is the finance minister of IPOB and Biafra. So we are going to actually bring some question and ask her, because the way she presented her own testimony, she presented it that gullible of people who does not understand, will not understand what she said or what is playing out there. But that is the reason why I am here this evening to talk about it. Of course, when we talk about Azuka 5 million, I am going to play you a voice note, with regards to Azuka 5 million. And then these are the autopilot criminal syndicate led by Azuka in the USA and the thief in Finland. And we are also going to talk about the latest, the testimony of this man in Finland and his claim to the Finland newspapers. And I want you to actually understand what I've been telling you, that this guy does not care about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The man in Finland, he does not care about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The most important thing for him is the fortune and fame. That is the only thing important to that guy in Finland. I am going to prove it to you this evening. All I need is for you to come, with your brain. Don't leave it behind. I want you to also come with pen and some papers, so that we will not forget exactly what we need to do here. So let us go there. I want, which one are we going to start first? I think we are going to start Nnennayanya. We are going to start Nnennayanya first, because the broadcast made by Nnennayanya, it is indeed touching. So let me actually start from there, so that we will have time to finish the rest of the things, because hers is the one that might be taking time, because there is some voice note with it. Some other ones I am actually going to bring the news and the testimony. I am going to read them out, because I don't want to bring the video, because if I bring the video, of course you will not understand Finnish language. So that is the reason why I am going to read them out for you in English. So before we go there, let me get this voice. I hope I still have them. All right. There is something I also forgot that I need to talk about this evening, morning, or afternoon, depending on your time zone. There is something I also remember that I need to talk about. So, let me bring. There is a video of another pastor who talks about poverty and who praise the rich and demote the poor. So we are also going to talk about that video. So, but for now, let us focus on the things that are very, very important. We're focusing for now, but don't worry. We are going to bring a lot of spicy stuff this evening. Let me, find out where is Nanayanya's speech. Where is it? Because that is the where we are going to, the place where we must start. We must start from there. I hope I downloaded them. Just one moment. There is so much on the, I was really thinking that I made that available, but all the same. Okay, got it. Now we are going to play the voice from the Radio Biafra that Nayanya did. To skip our national anthem, so
can hear you too. Wonderful. All right, please, if you can hear me, good evening and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good evening, Mazi. Thank you for this evening.
All right, dear friends, let's.
Yeah, I am here. Yeah. Okay. Good evening, Biafrans, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. All our well-wishers around the world, including our enemies. I welcome you all this evening, today the 15th of February 2023, and a Wednesday. I'm here with my colleague, Nelson Yagaze. Our sister Ifoma is not able to make it today, but I'm sure in another broadcast she will be with us. Something came up. First of all, I have to introduce myself, and then Nelson will come, and then I will get back to you again. My name is Mrs. Nayanya. By the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, I am the head of finance of IPOB worldwide and also a member of the Directorate of State of IPOB. Over to you, Nelson, please. Introduce yourself to your friends.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. Am I coming out? Yes, you are coming out. Go ahead. You are coming out loud and clear. Okay. Yeah, thank you once more. Good evening from here. Good evening, Mazin Dewo, and welcome to the program. Thank you. And may the grace of God continually abide with you as you keep on propelling this struggle forward. And to everyone working in similar office with you.
I am going to skip it a bit because I just want to.
And that is the way we have been working
on propelling this struggle forward. And
what's happened? Because news is going around about Naya closing their accounts. So what's happened? In finance department, we follow the rules and regulations that governs this family.
Let's take it from
this noble family, which is the code of conduct.
She said that the finance department follow the rules and regulations that governs this noble family, which is the code of conduct. I believe you are listening to it, and I believe you are writing down your points. Very, very important, because what is going on right now is exactly, where we are going to actually take her own testimony and now, bring it out and analyze them so that we will get to the bottom of this finance shenanigan. So it is very, very important, while you are also, whatever you are doing, you continue to write your points down, because I'm also going to do the same. I don't want to actually allow it to play piece so that we don't spend a lot of time here. Let's go there.
We always follow the code of conduct in whatever we do. We do not deviate from it. And that is why sometimes we tend to have problems with some people. But that is the way it is. We follow the rules. I also want to make a few things clear before I go to the topic, which is actually about the IPOB worldwide account in Germany. What happened? Because news is going around about Naya closing their accounts. I'm going to state everything clear this evening. But before I go on, I want to say very important thing, and I want everybody to please pay attention. In finance department, I was appointed by our leader, the supreme leader, including my colleagues, Nelson Yagazie and Informa. In finance department, which I head, we report direct to Onyendu Mazinamdekano, who is the supreme leader. I do not report to Mazi Chika Edoziem, who is the head of directorate. I want to make this clear. Also, we take instructions direct from our leader. He will give us instruction and we carry it out. Even in 2015, when our leader was kidnapped by DSS, the then head of directorate, which is Nasebu, we don't take instructions from him, direct from our leader, even when he was in DSS. And it has been that way. So nothing has changed. And everybody in the Directorate of States is aware of this. That's from our leader. I remember in one of our meetings in DOS, our leader was there, And one of the members started issue of finance, wanted to discuss it. Our leader stopped him immediately and said, no, don't discuss finance in DOS. We have a department headed by our sister Nenaya. If you have anything about finance, go to her. She will sort it out. Do not bring any finance issue here again because your work is only administrative. And that is the way we have been working. Mazichi Kedoziem, who is the head of directorate, his work is solely administrative. While the departments do their own because they have somebody who is heading it. I just want to make this clear because of what is going on. This is the way it is. It has not changed and nobody can change it. Another point I want to make clear here is the finance department, before an account is open, we get approval from our supreme leader, our leader. Because in freedom fighting, there's just but one leader. And all of us, we follow suit. We get approval from him.
In freedom fighting, there is just one leader. And all of us, we follow suit. I want you to note those things down, as I am also noting some things down because I don't want to stretch this voice. But let's continue. Note that point down, because we will, from those points that we are making right now, it is where we are going to actually bring our own analytical view towards this, our broadcast.
He gives us approval and I will open the account. As soon as that account is open, we report back to our leader before the account will be distributed through the correct channel to whoever that needs it. Directorates of State do not supervise any account that is opened in IPOB. Not even the IPOB worldwide accounts. No. It's solely the responsibility of the finance department. Even the one in Germany that is closed, approval was also given to us by our leader. Even the national account in South Africa, I got approval from our leader. I then passed it on to the then national coordinator with the national finance officer, and they opened the account. The same thing applied to our national account in USA, the one we have now. I also got approval from our leader. And I passed it on to them, and the account was open. So anybody saying otherwise is not saying the truth. I'm only following instructions given to me by the supreme leader. I want everybody to take note of this, because this thing is going on and on and on. I also hear that they say that I don't give out money, that I don't give money to ESN, I don't give money to this. That is not true. Again, I need to correct it. Anytime Mazichi Kedoziem comes for money, that is for our people back home, because we need to help them. We must support them. Be it for medical treatment or their legal fees, those of them that are IPOB members which help, or be it for rent or assistance or even burial. When he comes, I release the funds to the account given to me. Even the radio station that we have in all the states in Biafra land, be it Aba, Owerri, Imo, Enugu, anywhere, I release the money. So he cannot say that I don't release money. Or anybody that is carrying that propaganda, they are telling lies, because I have evidence which runs into millions of naira. People should try and get their records straight and stop accusing an innocent person who is only working for the restoration of Biafra. Because I will not accept when people tell lies against me. This is not 2021. We are now in 2023. The next point I will go on now is to debunk the lies. Collins Chinedu, the former national coordinator of Germany, is a signatory into the account of IPOB worldwide. He's also signatory to the zonal account in Düsseldorf. I'm also a signatory to that account of Düsseldorf. It's their zonal account, but I'm signatory there. And their zonal coordinator is Ima Elefanchim, the one who goes about propagating that I'm the one that closed the account. How evil people can be. But I'm going to tell you, they know themselves. I'm going to mention them tonight. So he's signatory to the accounts. So all that propaganda is lies. Secondly, they say that Nyanya closed the account. No, I did not close our IPOB worldwide account. Rather, the bank closed it because they went there to make changes. I will come to that. The bank closed the IPOB worldwide international account, and not me. That's another lie they tell. And I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. On the 8th of September 2022, a letter came stating that the request that they made on the 31st of August 2022 is being carried out. Collins and his group, with Imai Nekwanchim and others, they went behind my back to make changes on the IPOB worldwide account, something that a coordinator have no right to do, which is stated in our code of conduct that coordinators have nothing to do with money. Collins Chinedu, Imai Nekwanchim, and the others, they call themselves executives. They went behind my back to make changes in accounts that they don't even know how the account was opened. We've been having accounts since 2014 in Germany. Nobody has ever gone behind to make changes. He went there to make changes. So the bank wrote a letter and said that they've received their message, the changes they want, that they need my signature, and also signature of Collins Chinedu, even though he's already a signatory to the account, and or the signature of Fidelis Ejiogu, who happens to be his deputy, and Chukwu Mwendo Onyeka, and that they should sign and send it back. Not only that, not only do they want these changes, they went on to apply for a debit card in the IPOB worldwide account. This is not a national account, but IPOB worldwide account, they went to apply for a card. And they said to them that they are working on the card. That as soon as it's true, that they will send it to them. And that they are going to give them a new password. I have a password to go into the account. Now they are going to give another password to them, and they give them an ID to be able to enter into the account to see what is happening in IPOB worldwide account, which is nothing to do with them. How much does Germany pay in a month? Not up to 4,000 euros. And maybe December or so, it's receiving less. Fidelis Ejiogu, who resides in Munster, they have not paid for the past 6 months. But he wants to go into an account that comes from different parts of the world, account that they are not supposed to see, which is stated in IPOB Code of Conduct. I sent a message to Collins. I said, what's the meaning of this? I said, why do you want to make changes? Why did you people went behind my back to make changes. You think the bank will not inform me or what? You people went to make changes and you are requesting for secret. I said, what has Fidelis Ejogu got to do with the account? You already have signed the section where you are supposed to sign. What has got to do with it? What do you need a debit card from IPOB Worldwide account? What for? This is against IPOB Code of Conduct. And you cannot do that. So which means, if not that I saw this letter, they could have gone there, be taking money with the card. I will not know that they will say, Nanya has eaten IPOB's money. But because Biafra, we are fighting for, it's a spirit. I saw the letter. I said, no, it's not possible. You cannot make changes in this account. Colin said to me that he must go into the account because he's the national coordinator. I said, mister, you are only national coordinator for Germany, not for the whole world. And the code of conduct does stipulate that you have nothing to do in the account. Why do you want to change it? He said he must enter the account. I say it's not possible. As far as I am the head of finance, as far as our leader has given me this instruction, I say you cannot do that. So I passed a message on to the supreme leader through one of our lawyers. I said to him, Onyendu, this is what is happening. Collins went behind my back to make changes in the account. Onyendu sent a message back and said that he should stop, withdraw from that. I sent the message to Collins. Collins Chinedu said that he called Onyendu's message. He said that is story. He said that one is old. It's in the past. So Onyendu's message is now old, in the past. That's what Collins said to me. Again, he went on to say that if I don't add him in the account, if he does not see the account, that he will invoke the constitution and make sure he goes into the account, which is exactly what he did. He went to a lawyer. I said to him, Collins, you've gone too far. You cannot do that. He said he must do it, that he is the coordinator. I say your coordinating stops in Germany, not worldwide. You have no right to enter the account to see what is. I say he must do it. So after that, his threat, they went back and did, calling the bank, doing whatever they're doing, writing letters. It was not long. The letter came from the bank and said that we are no longer interested in doing business with you people. The account will be shut down on so day. That's how the account was shut down. So go to Collins Chinedu and his group, Imenekwanchim, and all of them, let them tell us what happened to the account, because the letter is here that they made a request on the 31st of August 2022. What requests did they make? These are the changes they did. This is the one I saw. What about the ones that I did not see? So that's why the account was closed down. But they go about saying that on the 23rd of January 2023, I got a letter from lawyer. In that letter, he said he was instructed by Collins and Fidelis Ejogu, who don't even pay. Because when a zone coordinator himself or whoever did not pay. Am I still coming now? Am I still on?
Yes, I can hear you from the
Yes,
sound.
go ahead. You are still coming out.
Okay.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So on the 23rd of January 2023, I received an email from a lawyer saying that he was instructed by Collins and Fidelis Ejogu that they have to be in the account. That any payment that I'm making, that they have to see to know what is happening there. And other things he said. I said to myself, Collins have really succeeded. On the 24th of January, another letter came again from the lawyer where is the money? What happened to the account? Where is the money? If you don't give me if you don't this and this and this, I will do this and this. He started threatening. So what did I do? I scanned the letter from the bank stating that they closed the account, and I forwarded it to the lawyer, and he requested also for the bank statement. I gave him the last one, which was December. Then I booked an appointment with the lawyer because I wanted to know what exactly is this. So I booked an appointment with the lawyer on the 31st of January 2023. I went there, we sat down, and I explained everything to him. Where is the money? This is, I said, what am I doing with IPOB's money? Cannot be a house and destroy the house. It's not possible. So after that, it was not long. On the
I think we are going to pause it here. Let us actually look into all her testimonies, because she, said a lot here, which we are going to now capitalize on some point that she put up there and some claims that she put up there. We are going to capitalize on it, and we are going to now bring our analytical view on that and ask her some few questions, so because it is very important that we know the truth, and so that we will know where we are channeling our energy, because now it is important also. Let us actually understand this woman called Nayanya, because we've been speaking from afar. Now we have her voice and her testimony, through which we are going to clear up the air and then judge the story. And from that comment section, of course, you have the opportunity as well to bring up your own judgment based on what you know. So if you are actually writing it through Judge Money blog, the main page, I will be able to see you, or maybe YouTube, I will also be able to see you if you are writing, if you are commenting or suggesting anything. So, great and wonderful people of Biafra, now there are many points that she made here, which she says that she is working according to the rules of IPOB. She said that she's working according to the rules of IPOB, and that rules of IPOB is in the code of conduct of IPOB, which Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was a signatory to. Now also she said that she does not take any order from anybody. She does not take any order from anybody. The only order she take, it is from our leader. That is also what Nayanya said here. So we are also going to be talking about it. There is a video I would have loved to bring up, but the problem I will have with that video is that, it might take me a few minutes to, get that video up, because that video will also help us, and it is the voice of our leader towards some, issues like this. It is the voice of our leader, so I will also want to bring it up if time permits me. So while I am looking for it, because the reason why I need to bring it up, it is actually okay. That's it. Let's listen to it quickly.
Anybody not following anything that DOS says goes. Anybody not following orders from Chike, Dosium, from DOS, you will be removed and sanctioned appropriately. You know, before we remove you without knowing where you are. This time around, we will catch you before we remove you. Anything DOS says is what goes. Unsurumike is heading our reconciliation committee. If he calls you on the phone, you must listen to him and do as he says. He is our deputy head of Directorate of State, led by Mazi Chike. They are the highest decision-making body in IPOB. If that thing is difficult, then now refer it to me. Do you understand? Anything, if they call you on the phone, you don't return their call, or you're doing strong head, I will then believe that the zoo has brought you over and you'll be dealt with. Edo State, you warned. No dabbling in volunteer affairs or ESN affairs in Edo State. ESN is in Edo State for your information. And very soon work will commence there immensely. Work will commence. Edo State comes under TINUBU as Biafran coordinator. We run a disciplined movement more than anything. We value discipline more than anything else in the world. In IPOB, that's the only thing we have. That we are able to defeat the zoo and destroy the zoo is hinged on one thing, and that is discipline. If you know you cannot work for IPOB, you get out and join the cyber. One day your judgment will come. We'll find out those hiding in Cotonou, those are hiding somewhere near Apite, near Swamp. In River State, we find all of you. In Igbo, not Igbo. I say River State because it comprises upland and coastal region. We find all of you. In Banke, they still have a police checkpoint. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. You hear the news very, very soon. You will hear it. I said no police checkpoint in Biafra land. I said no police checkpoint. I said there was in a bank. Go and tell them. I said no. If your brother, your uncle, your sister, your cousin is there, tell the idiot to get away and dismantle that checkpoint or else that. No state coordinator is allowed. No state coordinator is allowed to contact the state commander no matter what. And as a commander, if you're removed, you step aside. Others will do the job. We don't want a type of Biafra that will be like this. If you lose the election, you dig it and you remain in power. When the age of retirement is 65, at the age of 85, you're still in power. That's what we should not obtain. We are not like any other stupid of black people from Africa. We are Biafrans. You must understand that and follow others accordingly. My instructions to this global family is this. We have the DOS, we have the finance department, we have the legal department, we have the medical. Anybody who is appointed into office, if you fail to obey your superior officer, you will be dismissed live on air. I will dismiss you myself. And as I said, as I'm dismissing you, men are on the ground to him.
I don't know if the voice of this, this thing that I'm playing, if it is coming out clearly. I don't know, because I can see like it is not coming out clearly. Please confirm for me on Judge Money blog. Is the voice of our leader coming out clearly? Please confirm for me, please, from the comment section. Is it coming out clearly? Because I need to know if it is coming out clearly, because from there we are going to have the real. Okay, thank you very much, Kara Gold. Thank you very much. So let us continue as long as it is coming out clear, because I am trying to also play it on my side, but I cannot hear it properly. But let us continue.
You must obey all this breaking, going forward and backwards and won't obey, that means you are not prepared to be in IPOB. You don't know what obedience is. You shouldn't be here. After all, we are all under oath. It doesn't matter if you are with me from the beginning or not. You must obey your superiors. Please, very, very important. Very, very important. There are also finance officers. You know, those schools that stole our money from Georgia. Finance officers. You know, those schools that stole our money from Georgia.
It is cracking. Somebody say it is cracking. I don't know, but of course, it's not good. Okay, thank you very much. Let us, of course, so all of us, we know about this voice that I just sent. I don't know the reason why it's cracking, but I believe that so many of us are aware of this, you know, our leaders broadcast. You know about our leaders broadcast. He said that DOS is the highest office and that is being led by Mazi Chike Doziem, and he said that any account that Nayanya did not see, that account does not exist. He said that if the DOS call you on phone and you don't return their call, it means that the zoo have bought you over. And in this speech of our leader, this was how he introduced these departments to IPOB worldwide and the Biafrans in extension. He said that there is the DOS, there is finance department, there is also a medical department. Now that the DOS is the highest office and they are the highest, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the highest command, followed by the HDOS rather, the head of the Department of State. So DOS simply stands for, you know, Department of State. So, which Mazi Chike Doziem is the leader of the DOS, the highest office. Now, in all this department that has been tabled here, finance department, medical department, and the hierarchy of them is the DOS, Department of State. Members of finance department can be the, you know, members of the DOS. Members of the medical department can still be members of the DOS. But when it comes to anything about finance, the finance is there as a department. When it comes to the DOS, they are the highest decision makers in IPOB. So, when there is a decision maker, highest decision maker in IPOB, in the time like this, which is the time of uncertainty, when the leader, which is the commander-in-chief of this struggle, is not with us, it is very important that we continue to follow those that he said that we should follow according to the way he gave us that instruction. That is exactly what I am actually bringing in this evening. Now, let us now break it down, you know, make it more clearer, because, of course, so many of you might still be confused. In this regard, Nayanya said that she is following the rules and regulations of IPOB, and these rules and regulations is derived from the IPOB Code of Conduct. Now, she said that she reports directly to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We take instruction only from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and in this regard, Madam Nayanya, I do not, wish to, be sarcastic this evening. I do not wish to be disrespectful, but what I am here to do is to do the analytical, bring my analytical view towards your latest broadcast and your own testimony. Because if you say that your activities and everything you do, it's only instructed by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu use his voice to tell us that the DOS is the highest office, which you are the member of the DOS, and the Chike Doziem is the leader of the DOS. Now you say that you do not report to the DOS, you report to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not with us. And the only people who are supposed to, be getting information and passing it to Biafrans, it is supposed to come from the highest office, not from any Tom, Dick, and Harry. And the information we're supposed to be getting from our leader supposed to come from the legal team. And in the legal team we have how we get pass our informations through to our leader. Now in this regard, we have the head of the legal team, which is led by Michael Zokome. We have the information, transmitter from the legal team, which is led by Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and it has not been changed. We were not informed if there is any new development. Remember, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu also said, we run a discipline movement and we value discipline, and that is the reason why we are still up and running, because of the disciplinarian that he installed or instilled into this family, status quo. So that is the reason why, since we are running a discipline movement and there is no confusion, we are not the author of confusion. And I don't see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be also an author of confusion. So in this regard, you said that you take your instructions from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu directly. How did you obtain those instructions? Was it from the the legal team that we know that passes information to us, through to us, or was it from your special legal team that you put out there to actually communicate directly to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Does it mean in your testimony you say that you got your information through the lawyers? Now, through those lawyers you get your information from. Did those lawyers tell you that are those lawyers the ones who are telling you that you should not get instruction from Chike Doziem, rather you should get from Canon Takano? That's what I want to know, because as I am seeing things right now, as I am seeing things, go that side, give me the... My son is actually trying to distract me, that's always the reason why I don't like to do my broadcast in an open place. So, it is very important. Are you taking instruction from Canon Takano, or are you taking instruction from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? That is the first question I have to ask you this evening, because based on the first thing you say, that your rules and regulation is embedded in code of conduct, and these rules and regulation you are following it strictly, and your instructions come from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Since your instruction comes from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is this person that is getting the information from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu through to you? Or did you go to Nigeria to see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in order to get your instruction from him? Which one? Because whatever you said here, I can believe or say that where you are getting your instruction is quite different from where the DOS, which is the highest office, and the commander is there, which is the highest command, in the absence of our leader, is getting their information. Why is it different? Because the last time I checked, you also said that you are a member of the Directorate of State. Why are you member of Directorate of State? The information that comes through to the Directorate of State is different from the one that comes through to you, Nnenayanya. That is one of the questions I want to ask you. That person that is passing through the information, or like a mediator, well, I call that person, is it the person that is actually getting messages for you from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Is that person a lawyer, or is that person an ordinary person which you always send to our leader? Because if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu tell us that the highest office is the DOS, and he said, any account that you do not see does not exist, it simply means that you are entitled to be a signatory to every account. To every account, you are entitled to know about every account. I give it to you, it is your right. But now, in your own report or testimony, you said, we report directly to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, we take instruction. Everyone in the DOS is aware of that, and MNK will always tell the department to focus not on the finance. Who is Canon Takano to you? According to the code of conduct, who is Canon Takano in this, business of financing? What is the role of Canon Takano in that code of conduct? What is the role of Canon Takano in IPOB? Why do you choose to get information from the lawyers that are actually affiliated to Canon Takano's activities, instead of getting information from IPOB lawyer, which the same lawyers that you guys in the DOS are getting information and sending an errand to get, to pass through the messages? Why are you getting it from the lawyer that is affiliated to Canon Takano's activities? The lawyer that is only working with Canon Takano. In that code of conduct, is there any place stated that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's brother can give instruction to withdraw money from the account of IPOB? Is there any place in the code of conduct it stated that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's brother, in the name of Canon Takano or Meme or whoever, have that capacity to come and tell you whom to get your information from in the time like this? Who is Canon Takano that you actually made him available the funds, or made available the funds that he is using to do his lobbying and using to actually follow a case on a personal profile? Who is Canon Takano that you allowed all these things? Are those instructions or coming from our leader, or is it coming from Canon Takano? Why do you think that Canon Takano is to be, trusted more than the structure that you are a member of? the structure that is set up by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu himself, which you are a member of this structure called the DOS. Why do you, get instructions from Kanu Kanu's lawyer friends and pass your messages through Kanu Kanu's lawyer friend, not IPOB lawyers? Please, that is the same. If you are watching, I want you to be noting it down, because of what you said here, I am not going to bring insult. I am only going to bring a question that many Biafrans might want to ask you, because it is very, very important that we need to be in this regard. We are not telling you to come and tell us who donated money, who did not donate money, because even we are coming down towards the closure of the account, and the people you say they went and make an alteration in the account which led to the closure of the account. We are still coming there, but I want to ask you, I'm asking you this question so that IPOB families whom you presume that they are accusing you wrongly about your activities or your illegal activities, so that we clarify them, so for them to stop accusing you. Because according to your testimony, you assume that you are innocent, and it is only you for now that know whether you are innocent. But if you are able to bring up this, answer these questions that I am going to bring down. Who is Kanu Kanu? Who instructed you to be giving Kanu Kanu funds to establish a lawsuit against Britain or against Nigeria in his personal profile, not in the name of IPOB? And in that regard, who is monitoring the day-to-day activities of the funds that you are releasing to him? Now, why are you not taking these messages from the IPOB lawyers, but rather you are taking the messages from Kanu Kanu's lawyer friends? That is number 2 questions. And the number 3 question is going to come after I must have, analyze your take in the closure of IPOB account in Germany. So the closure of IPOB account in Germany, you talked about, you talked about you always get your approval from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and you following the instruction from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and you said that there is a man called Collins. There is a man called Collins and then a Kwanche. That those are the people who actually brought the closure of IPOB account in Germany. That they went to make some alteration to the account, and after that, the bank decided to give up a business of, millions of the currency that it is using, because somebody went to, make an alteration towards the account. And I believe that whoever that will have that power, or any person that have the power of attorney to make an alteration towards an account or in the existing account of an organization, that person is one of the proxies of the account, or they have the power of attorney to do so. There is nobody who will go to the financial institution and decide to make an alteration to an account or existing account of an organization without holding the power of attorney or signatory to that account. Bank will not actually take that person seriously. But you said Collins and Kwanche, you talked about Collins first, that they went to do alteration towards the account, and they wanted to they were requesting the ATM from the account. According to your testimony, you also said that they were, okay, basically you said that the only thing you said that they were requesting to have extra ATM that you will be accused of when they steal money from IPOB, that their intentions to have ATM card, it is about them going behind your back to steal money or siphon money from the account of IPOB, according to your testimony. So in this regard, I want to bring a question to you. Why do you think that the reason why they went to get the ATM, it is a question. I am blunt in this one. I don't know about it. I don't know their plan. You said you have evidence. Until I see the evidence, then I will confirm that they have ulterior motive, whether they have or not, or they are actually trying to steal money from IPOB's account. According to your testimony is what I am actually judging upon. You said that they wanted to steal money, and that's why they want to make an ATM, extra ATM from the account. Now, in doing so, when you noticed that they went to do ATM or extra card to be stealing money from the account, you went to the bank, and after you going to the bank now decided that they can no longer do business with you because somebody came to get ATM. Because I'm in this regard, I don't think it makes sense to me as a businessman and as a person in a corporate world. I don't think such thing makes sense to me, because a bank is a business seeker. A bank is looking for business. Every bank. And in this type of business where you make available a whole lot of amount of money in the account, that bank is actually they use these monies to do business. So it is at their profit, it is at their own gain that you leave money or you leave IPOB account, because it is a business account. There is a charges that comes off from business account. Not that charges is more expensive than the charges that come out from personal account. So banks will not want to lose that money easily just because of this story that you told us. No ill feeling, no insult, just neutral, asking a question as somebody who understands banking system, how they need money to actually operate. Now, in this regard, you say that they went to make an alteration, and after that you went to the bank, and unfortunately bank decided to give up and close the account. You made a broadcast on Radio Biafra. I believe for the bank to close an account, they will write a letter to you. They will write a letter to you to tell you, due to so and so, we are actually not willing to do business with you. And after this broadcast you made, I believe if you have those documents or informations, you were supposed to make them available to the public domain so that people will make their own inquiries and clear up the air for this shenanigans to go move away. So, but you did not make that available, so I will call that claim null. I will nullify that claim according to my own view. I nullify that claim because you did not present any fact and figure that will be able to convince me, person like me, that bank gave up business for the sake of misunderstanding between you two. Bank can freeze the account and make sure they can freeze the account, not close the account. If they freeze the account, then make sure of who is entitled to the account and who is not entitled to the account to clear up the air. But in this regard, they closed the account according to the information on the public domain. The account was shut down. Now, Nanyanya, why do you think, since these people went to apply for ATM, that you have the right, you know, to actually go in there and close the account? Because the reason why I am actually saying this is not because I am against you, but this is, I nullify your claim because it does not have any solid proof, and it does not make any sense in a banking system or in a bank that need business. Banks need business regardless of how big the bank is. As long as the organization is there, if there is any misunderstanding, they freeze the account. They now make sure that you go and obtain power of attorney, you go and obtain that, you go and obtain that. If you did not give a standing order or instruction for them to shut down the account, bank will not just close the account, except if the company documents or the business documents are expired and not renewed, or there is an alteration in the business document, which is the initial document that was submitted when it is a business account. Now, and every organization account is a business account. So, in this regard, I nullify that claim that bank shut the account because of these people going to do alteration, because for bank to actually give them that access, it means they were having the access to the account, or signatory or power of attorney to the account. That's why they were able to do anything to the account. Now you went, I believe that you went to the account. You told the bank, shut the account down. There is a lot of problems. There is a lot of uncertainties. And you did that. Did you shut the account down? Because I know you did. I know you did. Number one question I have in this regard: did you close the account because you don't want them to have access to the account? Because you don't want them to have access to the account to withdraw money and siphon? Or did you close the account because you don't want them to see what is going on in the statements of the account? What exactly is the reason why you close the account instead of following the due process? Because you cannot be only signatory to the account. So if you have to close the account, maybe you are the proxy of the account. Maybe there are people who are signatory to the account, but you are the proxy of the account. So you can order the bank to close the account and shut every other person out of the account because you are the proxy. If you did not, order such, it will not happen. So my question is, did you close the account because they want to take money? Or did you close the account because you don't want them to know exactly what was going on in the account? Because when they have access to access the account or the ATM, they will be able to check the balance. They will be able to print a statement. They will be able to, know exactly the funds in and out of the account. So, is that why you actually close the account? Because, like I said, I nullify the claim that what they did close the account. It doesn't work that way. In the banking system, it does not work that way. They can freeze the account to make sure what is going on. It is like when a person writes a will and there is a fight around the will, there is uncertain decisions. They need to freeze everything and make sure they investigate to find out who exactly holds the power of attorney, or who exactly is supposed to be to be assessing this account, that particular account. So that's exactly where I am actually talking about. So now you close the account. I don't think it is because they want to make ATM, but I am asking you as a question. Did you close the account because you don't want them to see the activities going on in the account? You don't want them to see the transactions going on in the account? Did you close the account because maybe you are giving money away to the infiltrators, or you are using the money from the account to do for your own selfish or personal aggrandizement? Which one? It is not an insult, it is a question. Which one is the reason why you close the account? Because I know one of them must be the reason. Your testimony does not add up. Me, having, experience of business account, NGO account, in, business banks, as a person in a corporate world, I understand these things, and that is the reason why I am asking you this question. Did you close the account because you believe they're going to take money? Or did you close the account because you don't want them to access the history of the account? Because shutting down the account is the only thing that will clear everything up. That is the question, because that now brings me to claim of, Mr. Ikenga Uruagu, where he made a broadcast accusing you of different transactions that went off IPOB account. And then after that, he was not actually, he said that you need to come and debunk it. That you have to come and debunk it for the sake of clearing the air. That is the reason why you came to make this program. For the sake of clearing your name, that is the reason why you made this program. So I believe that I haven't finished listening to the program. Maybe I might find out where you actually argue the claim of your fellow comrade Ikenga Uruagu, who was asking you some questions. What those transactions you made, what were they all about? And since that you take only instruction from our leader, not the DOS, who are that, physically in charge right now, you don't take instruction from them. You take from our leader, and our leader, there must be a mediator, or will I call it a mediator, or somebody who will take your message to go to our leader and bring it back. And this person is not well known by IPOB. It is only well known by you and Canon Takano. So why is it that since you are the only one who can access and see everything in this account, and your comrade come up to say, what was those transactions? He mentioned them, he mentioned the date, he mentioned the amount, which means he said something that he is aware of. Because the way he presented that accusation, I believe that he has some proof which gave him all this, history of what happened or transpired in such account. So I don't see you coming to, debunk it, which might be the reason why somebody want to have access to the account, which you are the only one who had access to withdraw and take back. And everybody is entitled to their, opinion, and this is public money. This is not your money. This is not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's money. This is not Chike Doziem's money. This is IPOB money. It is no personal money belonging to anybody. So in this regard, we have leadership. We have a leader, which you also confess that we only have one leader. But the same leader who gave the authority to the DOS, which you are member of, as the highest office and the highest command, anything that if it is difficult, they should bring them to him, that he will handle it. And in this regard, I don't think that every difficult situation will be able to be passed through to him for him to handle it, because he is not in a position for him to handle every situation that we actually face out here in the real time, because he is in a solitary confinement where they have time to visit him In the case of emergency, I believe that funds or decision must be passed through to the DOS, and instruction will be given to the finance department, and the action must be taken as per the instruction. But in this regard, I believe there is some loopholes which brought us all into this conundrum and the shenanigan that we are battling to actually put together. Iken Guruagu accused you of some figures. He mentioned the amount. He mentioned the date, if I'm not mistaken. He mentioned, he said he have evidence of where they went. You didn't debunk it. Was it Mazen Nnamdi Kanu who gave you those instructions to do what you did? Or does it mean that since you are the signatory to the account and you are the only person who can withdraw and send and do this, and you, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, is the only man that you take instruction for, does that mean that in his absence you can use money and dash to your friends? You can take money and do whatever you want for your own personal stuff. You can take money from IPOB to solve your problem, personal problem that is not about IPOB. Does it mean that you can, since all these things are happening? And in this time of uncertainty, there is something that happened that IPOB worldwide has been asking questions to Kanu Takano, the man that you are actually getting information from, the lawyer friend. Does, this uncertainty is about, he knew about the kidnap and the torture of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for good 8 days. For good 8 days, he never raised any alarm. And the Biafrans are asking this question every day, and he never debunked that he doesn't know. He never debunked it. He basically agreed that he knew, but due to one of his two of reason he gave, which is invalid. Those reasons that he presented to IPOB or to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, when he was asked, even by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he said he didn't want them to know whom they captured. So if these are the people who captured him to kill him, you concealed it because you claim you don't want them to know. For 8 days, you did not do anything. Since you don't want them to know, does it mean there are no IPOB family and leadership out there which can actually link with the IPOB trusted allies in Kenya, so that we do it secretly within within this first day, second day, third day, but 8 days. 8 days, you still don't want them to know who they captured. So 8 days went by. At least if it was 2 days, we will say it happened suddenly. Anything that exceeds 1, 2, 3 went to 4, past 7. This is a conspiracy. There is any secret that you are keeping for the safety of a person, and this person is kidnapped. This person has been adopted by the enemy, which you don't know the mind of these people who captured him, whether they are going to kill him. So you only find his body after 8 days, when the body is already rotten and smelly. That's when you will now say, no, now I will get the message through to the to the reliable people. Or you believe that in IPOB you are the only trusted ally to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu just because you are the brother. And being okay, let's assume you are the only trusted ally. Why did you not make any move to make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu go through extradition process instead of renditioning? Why did you not make that move? Because if you had even you raise alarm, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will never be renditioned to Nigeria. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not even be extradited to Nigeria, because the case will have it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life is in danger in Nigeria, and there is no government of any country in the world that will rendition such person whom attempt to his life has been, taking place in several occasions. There is no country that will let that person, they will even grant him an asylum in that regard. But now, all these things, Canon Takano, the question is still there. The air is not cleared. You are now believing that you will work with Canon Takano and his lawyer friends, because according to Canon Takano, the lawyer that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been using prior to 2015, the first time he was abducted or he was arrested, rather, whatever it may be, this same lawyer did everything and he saw his release. And now, because Canon Takano is now in the middle of it, Canon Takano is now there, concealed the kidnap of his brother, yet you decided that this is my trusted ally because he is the member of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's family. He should be your trusted ally. Do you think that you are making a rational decision there? Or do you think that you are making an irrational decision there? Which one do you think that you have made? Because this regard, it is somebody that is presumed to be the potential, conspirator. And you run to that person. If eventually you are in a military, you are a military and an operation, military operation, or in a war, instruction was given, and there is a potential conspirator who will jeopardize the mission that you are carrying out as soldiers on the ground, and now because the potential saboteur or the potential sabotage, is coming from the family of the commander. Just because it's a family of commander, do you think it is wise to follow them and then take instruction from them and believe everything coming from them more than the way you believe in the structure that was set up by the commander and the instruction that has been passed by the commander, and now you are believing a potential conspirator against you? I am not saying he is the conspirator, but potential. Now, which means it is uncertain which side Canon Takano is at this moment, prior to the time where he concealed what ordeal of his brother. You decided to now continue working with him instead of working with the structure which you are part of. Instead of working with such structure, you decided to start working with a potential conspirator against the commander. Okay, why? It is a question. And you are not working with IPOB lawyer that is recognized, but you are working with the ones that we don't know. Why? It is a question. And you have never debunked Ikengu Uruagu's claim or accusations against you. Why not talk about it? So, for me to believe all your testimony, I need things like this to come up. But if I don't see these things, it means that you are still lying to IPOB worldwide. And I am not accusing you, but that's what the evidence presents in all your claim here. Okay. Now, because I still stand that the account cannot be closed if you do not authorize the closure. Bank does not have right to close a business account just because there is uncertainty. They have right to freeze it and do investigation to understand who is who in this account. And now when they understand who is who, that person will give authorization, let's shut down the account, or let's remove this individual who are trying to go through the account to steal money. But you gave the instruction for them to close the account. I still believe there is something behind the instruction which you gave that stated, which you are claiming that the bank closed the account because of this shenanigan of somebody making extra card, which it is not true. It is not true. So Collins and Kwanche want to change the account as they want to change the account. That's what you say. They want to change things, which is alteration towards the account, and you assume they want to do it in order to steal money. Now they went to lawyers. You also made a statement, made a claim that they went to lawyers and in order to question you or persuade you for them to know what is going on in the account. That is exactly the reason why I believe they went to lawyers, because if they are part of the proxies or signatory to the account, they have the right to know what is going on in the account. Because making them a signatory to the account, they have the right to know. Especially in a situation like this, where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cannot be reached, cannot be communicated anytime we want him, they have the right. Because I go for onye follow. Na no katagolo eke or golo teke okpokpo. So that is the reason why they now had to go through a legal means, because they believe that there is something fishy going on in the account. That is the reason why I say that a snake seen by one person will one day become an anaconda. Become an anaconda. Now, because you are the only one who is doing everything in the account, and they are now suspicious about your activities, they decided to go through the account to know what is going on. Why don't you now, since you are so big, maybe, not an insult, not personal, to actually answer to IPOB worldwide, because there is a lot of uncertainty, or do audit to the IPOB worldwide, which I might not, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I will not say that he will be against it, because he doesn't know what is going on in that account. He is not seeing the account. So if IPOB decide to say, we don't trust your activities ever since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not there, now do the audit within those that are with you in that finance department, not your friends only. Make sure that those with you within that finance department, because they were there because they have the right to know what is going on within the finance department. If you do the audit with them, I don't think they will be looking for a lawyer in order to have access to the account to know your activities in the account. So why do they want to know the activities in the account? Because they don't trust you. They don't trust your judgment anymore. That's what I believe. Now, and even myself, I don't trust you and I don't trust your judgment. Likewise, millions of IPOB worldwide, they don't trust you, they don't trust your judgment. But does not mean if you bring a proof that I will judge based on my own, perspective or my own thoughts or complicity. I will not go there. I will judge it based on the evidence you provide. But you haven't provided any. It was a verbal speech that you made. Now, that is exactly where I am going to leave it. I don't know the rest of the things you say here, because I still have 2 topics to talk about, or 3 topics to talk about. Let me hear it.
1st of January. I received a bill from the lawyer that Collins and Bill and others went. In that bill, in this very bill, on the 19th of January 2023, it stated here that they had a meeting, a video call, the executive board. Who are these executive board? I'm supposed to be a member of the executive, but I was not in the meeting. They had a meeting, the executive board and other representatives on various topics.
They have a meeting or video call with the members of executive, and I don't see the reason why they will not invite you. But I did my what if analysis on a possible or potential reason why they might not invite you, and I can only come to a point which states that you as a person appear so big that you do not want to work with your team. Rather, you want to work with Canon Takano and his lawyer friend. That's what I am seeing in this. And they have to have that meeting in order to find a solution to solve your Superman finance department or Superman finance minister, which you've become, that you are accountable to nobody, which is the same thing we are fighting, and the same reason why we are fighting to go away from the zoo called Nigeria. And if I can go to the comment section before I proceed to the next thing, I will see your comment on Judge Money blog on Facebook. I am only watching from there. So if I can go to such comment sections, I will say that let me go to the comment section. Let me read out what people had to say, because whenever we are making a broadcast like this, we know that people with more information are there watching. So we are going to go there. Okay, there is a comment from Chika Bebioko which says, why can't other parties who are signatory not able, or okay, why are they probably she's trying to ask, why are they not able or allowed to have access into the daily running of the IPOB account? That is the same question we are asking, and I believe millions of Biafrans, they want to ask such question. And there is a question from Adan Neka Adline, which says, Nnennayanya, because of you, we almost Pia Nelly Ofebu, even though by Nelly Ofebu, even though I believe is what you wrote, even though Nelly Ofebu is a Berima, but is in your case, Nelly was right. Hashtag Nnennayanya is evil, and the DOS should expel her. Now, that is the opinion of Adan Neka. And when you go to Chinenye Okoli, she said the testimony about the account closure does not add up at all. Just like I also said, when this account issue ensued, did Madam Anya bring this to the attention of the DOS with the evidence from the bank? Good question. Very, very good observation, because I did not observe that protocol. Very, very good one. And Nkechi said very true. Okay. And Nkechi said it doesn't add up with your activities. And baby, or is it Bobby King, say middleman. I don't know what you tried. I don't know what is middleman you're talking about. The DOS are very, very wise set of people. Okay, let me move to what I'm looking for. Why is Madam Anya from Chinonyo Okole? The second question, why is Madam Anya able to make any withdrawal from the IPOB account without the signatures of all the signatories to the account and the knowledge of the leadership? That is a very, very spot on question. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said any account Nnenna cannot see, does not exist. That means, and he said that any, DOS is the highest office and the Chike Doziem is the highest commander in the DOS. Now, and everybody is answerable to Mazi Chike Doziem. How come you are able to release money and sign off money without the knowledge of the DOS or the HOD of the DOS, which you are part of this organization called the DOS, or part of this, structure called the DOS? Why are you doing such things without their knowledge? Does it mean that you are bigger than them, or what? Question, very important one. Every principal officers from Chinoyokoyo as well. Every principal officers is answerable to Biafra and should not deny their. I think I missed that one. And should not be denied. Should not be denied their right to know how their money is being spent. Okay, how their money is being spent. If that is not shady, this thing keep on, because more comments are coming. If there is not a shady deals on that account, then it should be made. It should be made available to clear the air. Exactly. Good one as well. What type of account can you have signatories but only one person has access to withdraw and look at the transactions? I don't know that type of account. I don't know. Maybe it happens in Germany. Maybe it is a new stuff. So Chika Bebiok, why is IPOB code of conduct not applicable to her, since she is always making reference to the code of conduct? All right, that is where I am going to leave it. And then Madam Nayanya, the reason why I go back to call you Madam Nayanya, because myself is because of this broadcast you made. Because it is the beginning. You tried by making this is actually the preamble. We want to see all these questions that Biafrans are asking you answered. Because when you answer them, it will motivate Biafrans, who are the donors, who are the givers, to continue to give more. If they find out that in the absence of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that you are still upright. That is the reason why you must actually clear the air with your evidence. You must. It is not actually whether you have to. You need to clear the air with your evidence. Answer the questions of Biafrans. Then we will know that accusation of Nelly and the activities of Canon Takano, which you are fans to now, does not have any negative impact on this finance department and their activities day to day. So we are going to leave it there, and we are going to leave it there. Let me listen to more and see if there is.
On the 20th, they had a meeting.
Because we are
on the
going
20th,
to.
they wrote a letter. And again, on the 11th, they had another conference call with Anthony Nzumike and Collins Chinedu. What is Nzumike doing a conference call with a lawyer? That's what they were planning.
Okay, now you are still talking about the lawyers. And these lawyers, of course, I also even said in my broadcast they should even take you to court for closing IPOB account without the knowledge of IPOB leadership. So it is criminal. That is a criminal act. So I'm not going to continue to listen to it because it is going to occupy much of my time. But let me see if this is coming out now. Let's
all the funds people are contributing.
If this is
upland and
going to come out clearly.
You know, before we remove you without knowing where you are. This time around, we will catch you before we remove you. Anything DOS says is what goes. Unzurumite is heading our reconciliation committee. If he calls you on the phone, you must listen to him and do as he says. He is our deputy head of Directorate of State, led by Mazi Chike, Dosium. They are the highest decision-making body in IPOB. If that thing is difficult, then now refer it to me. Do you understand? Anything, if they call you on the phone, you don't return their call, or you're doing strong head, I will then believe that the zoo has brought you over and you'll be dealt with. Edo State, be warned. No dabbling in volunteer affairs or ESN affairs in Edo State. ESN is in Edo State for your information. And very soon work will commence there immensely. Work will commence. Edo State comes under Ikechubu as Befaland coordinator. We run a discipline movement more than anything. We value discipline more than anything else in the world. In IPO, that's the only thing we have. That is we are able to defeat the zoo and destroy the zoo is hinged on.
I believe is it coming out clear?
If you know you cannot work for IPOB, you get out and join the Sabo. One day your judgment will come. We'll find out those hiding in Cotonou, those are hiding somewhere near Apite, near Swamp, in River State. We'll find out of you. Not Igbo. I say River State because it's upland and coastal region. We'll find out of you. Bank, they still have a police checkpoint. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. You hear the news very, very soon. You will hear it. I said no police checkpoints in Biafra land. No state coordinators are removed. You step aside. How others will do the job and follow others accordingly. My instructions to this global family is this. We have the DOS, we have the finance department, we have the legal department, and we have the medical. Anybody who is appointed into office, if you fail to obey your superior officer, you will be dismissed live on air. I will dismiss you myself. And as I said, as I'm dismissing you, men are on the ground to apprehend you.
The last thing it says, thank you, Karagold. The last thing is, he said, if you disobey your superior, you will be dismissed live on air. And the DOS and the leaders of the DOS are superior to Nanyanya. So now, if you disobey your superior, you will be, removed and you will be dismissed on air. Now, Nanyanya, I believe you've been disobeying your superiors because you and the Canon Takano and your lawyer friends are now feeding some of IPOB's members with lies and the conspiracy theory, which some of them may buy because they are with money. And they believe because you are with the brother of our leader, you are also going to lead them to restoration of Biafra. Because those are the people who does not know that destiny is different. So that is the thing. But you have already, concluded that Kanun Takano will be your next leader in case if there is any, situation like this. That is the reason why you go to him. You allow him to continue to brainwash you and mislead you. But that is not my problem. It is your problem because you are not taking instruction, just like the man who actually made that Canon Takano relevant instructed. Just bear in mind that you are disobedient to the command of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Yet you will always say it is command and control. But let us actually proceed. This is where I am going to leave the issue of finance. Madam Nayanya, the ball is in your court. If you want us to stop. And you also mentioned that you give Mazi Chike Doziem and the DOS any money they require. That one I don't know, because I have never heard the DOS coming out to talk about you or whatever. But whatever it is, that is for them to answer that one. I don't have right to talk about that one, because they are the ones who knows whether you are doing it. And I don't believe if you are not doing it that you will come on air to say it, or maybe you will. Maybe you will. For the sake of dividing the movement or the organization, or maybe for the sake of provoking them to retrench you, or will I say retrench you or dismiss you? I don't know which one, but there are many things involved. I am not siding anything, but I am actually facing reality. I'm being realistic about it. You know me, when I side people, what I am how I will be like. But this time around, I am on a neutral ground, trying to extract some information based on your testimonies and now sending it back to you. We are actually in this movement because we articulate, we brainstorm, and we are here to actually lend our hands and offer our wisdom, offer our time, and offer our services to Biafrans. That's what we are here for. And we are fighting for the restoration of Biafra, and it is a task that must be done. Until we get there, we will never relent or go anywhere. So now let us go to the business of the day. Of course, I am done with Nayanya. Now let me touch on Azoka 5 million. Azoka 5 million. Of course, so many of you will be wondering, what is this Azoka 5 million? What does it mean? But I am going to play a voice note to you so that you will understand the real meaning of Azoka 5 million. Because probably you might not get it or understand the real meaning of Azoka 5 million, but I am going to explain it to you. After Azoka 5 million, we are now going to the write-up where Ekpa told Yile News, is it Yile News or Sle News, that he leads the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. And this is the same thing he gave to every security organization that ever visited him. What's going on? I hope they are not trying to kick us out on Facebook. We are still good here, but I hope they kicked us out on Facebook. I saw it coming. I saw it coming. Let us try to reconnect back on Facebook. Maybe it is very important. We will have the broadcast for Nayanya on its own, and we will have the broadcast for for Azoka 5 million. It will be also separate. But let me try to get the topic back to the screen of Facebook. I don't know why they kicked us out. We changed topic immediately, they kick us out. It is not because we are here to expose. Or maybe people are reporting the page because they are so scared of what we might actually bring to life. But there is no way that we will not bring it to life, because we are here to expose every activities of the enemy. And don't forget that we are live and we are direct. Don't forget we are live and direct. And it is 30 minutes on top of the hour. The time is now below 30 minutes before the top of the hour. That is where we are right now. If you check your time and if it is 30 minutes before the top of the hour, that means we are live and direct. In the land of Elohim, it is 31 minutes, which is 29 minutes before the top of the before 9 in Biafra land. That is it. We are live and direct. So wherever you are, if you are joining us back on Facebook, share the video. We were rudely interrupted and kicked out of Facebook. So now that you are joining back on Facebook, if you actually share the video, we will be able to get our audience back on Facebook, because looks like Facebook is actually opening up the strains that they have placed on our page. They are opening it up, and we are also watching and following it up. So invite those who has been on Facebook to join us again once more. So now I want you now to check. Let us proceed with it. This is what we are going to talk about. Azoka 5 million. Now let us go to Azoka 5 million. Because so many people are so confused. They will be wondering, what is this Azoka 5 million? Let us go to the voice note that actually led to Azoka 5 million. Because it has been very, very important that we follow these people who are using IPOB as their business and their games. So let us go to that 5 million that there is a 5 million that is a problem between Azoka and their fellow criminal syndicate in their autopilot. Now let me find that voice note. I want to play it in order the way it was sent. Now let me play it. I don't know if it is coming. Okay, now pay attention. Let's play.
Madam Azoka send me a block of page, ma. Madam Azoka can send the voice note now. Madam Azoka can send the voice note to your block of page, ma. Madam Azoka can send the voice note to get her. Only send a block of page, ma.
War room.
This woman can lie. Madam Azoka can lie. I thank God this voice note came out. Or maybe 1 hour now. Amadio has called Madam Azoka. This voice note for now is circulating now. It's not up to 1 hour now.
Are you listening? Let me play the next one. I'm going to play the next one, the next voice note. It is very important. He said that Mazamazoka can lie. Okay? These are the leaders of your criminal syndicate in the autopilot and their members. The fight.
You release 5 million. Don't you see how stupid you are? Do you think you are talking with a little boy or what?
Okay.
You have to think, madam. I don't know the game you are playing with the Biafrans. How can you be lying to people? Papa Ejima Chipota Caterpillar, he released 5 million. Nobody here from Caterpillar again. More Papa Ejima. But a caterpillar to you. Or if I get an apple Biafran say go again. Can I give an expenses? Okay, na 5 million if go get an Papa Ejima. Chineke Popona. Madam Azuka, open a map on. Madam Azuka, because Godonia book. I can't allow my own personal mother to be spoken with you before. I brought just 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Why our men on the ground are complaining and why all the promises in your
okay.
Which you bank phone on.
Did you hear that? Why is the men on the ground complaining? The ones they are using, autopilot version men on the ground, complaining. Now, the money that they're supposed to give to them has never reached them. Madam Azuka, 5 million. We're talking about 5 million. No? Madam Azuka now is now blaming Papa Ejima. Papa Ejima is now blaming Madam Azuka. Papa Ejima now say Madam Azuka is a pathetic liar. That is what Papa Ejima is saying. And Madam Azuka claimed she blocked Papa Ejima. But Papa Ejima said that Madam Azuka did not block him because Madam Azuka is a liar. Let us continue to listen.
I now send voice note to you. I now send voice note to you as you got that call. Madam Azuka, I'm not giving you a conference call with anybody. Madam Azuka, I want to go and give before on a phone. Say give A or B. I don't fight freedom with women. I don't even notice that you're existing. Oh, Simon, which I'm against it.
Only now you realize.
I'm not fighting you. I have nothing to do with you. I can't even support my mother to come on this freedom. That's the way you people are. I can't allow my own personal mother to be in such thing.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. Because one your brother, this freedom I know is just like politics.
Okay.
One your brother never politics. I don't yeah, such women I don't get myself involved with them because you have nothing to offer. I don't fight freedom with women. Okay. I never call you one day, Madam Azuka. I never for one day be in a conference call with you and Caterpillar.
Caterpillar, oh my God.
Need release 5 million. Okay, you don't know Papa Ejima. Papa Ejima just call you conference call with the Caterpillar. You release 5 million. Don't you see how stupid you are? Do you think you are talking with a little boy or what?
Madam Azuka, Pewago Hazu.
You have to think, madam. I don't know the game you are playing with.
Azuka will go Koboko na Angash. When I wafanya. All that you got 5 million na. When I play the game. And that is this is, karma is actually looking for all these criminals and their syndicate. I know everybody can get sick, but I know myself, just like everybody can get sick, there is also some sickness that is not ordinary, that is extraordinary. That is exactly what I'm trying to say, which is the same karma is what get the mouth of their leader, Eperima, in Finland, Judea on Pia one side. It is the same karma. The time he will stand in his broadcast in his 2x2 room and will be telling you, if I have ever done what a Jofor is saying I did, let everything he work against me, let it happen. He came to the DOS If I have ever done anything they accuse me of, let everything they're doing to me, let it work. Now, which of them worked? Kenya on the other one side. Haven't you noticed that he had a partial stroke? Have you not noticed? It is not an ordinary thing for a young boy like that to have a partial stroke. A stroke can occur due to two things. It is either too much stress. What is stressing the young man? The young man is in his 2x2 room, calling on people to go and die, and cashing out the money. So I don't see any reason why he is going to be stressed, because this year and last year has been the best year of his life. So I don't see any reason why he should be stressed to the extent of having stroke. Now, if you look at it, luckily for him that he's in a good country that was able to assist him. But in that regard, he still goes to therapist to know if his mouth is going to come back in order. You see that mouth that is I am not actually mocking him, but I am stating a fact. The time he was actually bragging to you to do last for you, last setting of office, telling you that if I am lying about this person, let everything they do work. And I told you that who told him that they are doing something against him? Who told him? It is, as a result of that is the reason why you find his mouth bending one side. And that is the reason why you find him staying far from his, camera when he is broadcasting. The same thing is going to meet up with this one called Itefulu Azoka. Now, let us continue to listen. Because Fanchani no egwu una now. Onye obuna na agbazi egwu una. The people I pity are those ignorant set of people who always use their platform to promote the killing. Some of them are just ordinary bloody bloggers that are doing this with notwithstanding the killings and the people who are losing their lives for the sake of what they are doing and promoting, because it is putting food on their table. That is Nigeria for you. A Nigerian will do anything as long as they are benefiting, as long as it is putting food on their table. Whether others are dying, it does not matter to them. That is exactly the mindset you obtain from Nigeria. It is their orientation. That is the reason why you go to church, you find pastor praying for Yahoo boy. That is the reason why you go to church, you find pastor praying for an armed robber, praying for a kidnapper. It happens. So it is Nigeria mindset. What instills it in you? It is a situation. It is not as if people who are into it decide to go into it. It is a situation that actually, there is a situation that changes your DNA, you wouldn't know. It is a situation that resolved Nigerians to be like that. Are you now seeing the reason why you must say no to Nigeria? Because Nigeria have not favored anybody and will never ever favor anybody. You must say no to Nigeria activities. Now let us continue so that you will see the one who is called Azoka. Azoka means that no okobokate. Okobokate. Onwe okobokate nke akalizi nke a na-eko eko. Azoka.
Biafrans. How can you be lying to people? Papa Ejima Chibota kwa Caterpillar, he reached 5 million. Nobody here from Caterpillar again. More Papa Ejima. But Caterpillar to you. Or if I get an apple Biafran say go again.
Okay.
Can I give expenses? Okay, na 5 million if go get an aka Papa Ejima. Chineke Popona. Madam Azoka, Obuna ma Azoka, I'm sending voice note to direct to. Don't you see we are lying? Where did you block Papa Ejima? Is it not you, Madam Azoka, I'm sending voice note to? Even I'm an investigation for now. I go to me if I need to fight this war. May I send you the prices?
Also, the family investigation and see the family go to me if I need to fight this war. Obora Azuka can they send Azuka the quotation? Hey, nah, hi, gullible people. They will buy what they need to fight this war. These are the people. Are you now seeing the people that are waging war, that are actually promoting war and extrajudicial killings in our land? That they will be able to buy what they need to wage a war against a country, which is this Agoba that is going to now will be able to buy them. They will be able to buy what they need to wage a war. Now let me give you some few tips of what you need to wage a war. Number one thing you need to wage a war, first thing first, is to make sure you have food supply. Food supply. And you will have food supply, surplus of it. And you make sure this food supply will be able to enable people, it will be accessible to people while everything you need to fight this war. That's what he said. Number two is to make sure that every military armament that you are going to use to fight the war is already on the ground, cooling off. But they are preparing to buy what they are going to use to fight this war, which is the same war that is coming in 5 days' time, if I'm not mistaken. In 5 days' time, the same war that is coming in when is the Nigeria election? Somebody please remind me. Remind me please, when is Nigeria election, because I don't think there is any other war that they are waging, and the date of the war supposed to come from Nigeria election. So when is Nigeria election? Is it not 25th of February? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Karagol. 25th of February is Nigeria election. They are now still saying you gave 5 million and I gave you quotation and you gave me quotation and we have everything. We know we can buy everything we need to fight this war when the war is fast approaching. Now, have you now seen how these people are using your minds to play games? Are you now seeing how you are being used? And you are now making people die for nothing. People are doing their selfish business. People are doing their, fundraising for their own pocket, and they are sharing it. This person will build his own office on this side, and the office will be connected to the other one. The other one will build their own office, have their own people, which they will use to be siphoning and giving excuse to Biafrans. That is like the chain, how it is. And the main guy who is going about lying to the law enforcement and the media houses that he is loved by people. But we are going to break that coconut of Nsugbe this evening when we are done with this one. Let us continue to listen.
I send it to you today. Say, Caterpillar on Biafrans 5 million. You have to go and explain to Biafrans how you get.
These are people who are going to war. I don't know if this person is. Let me take this call and see. It distracted me though. Hello? Yo, who is speaking? Are you calling on are you watching the program? Do you have something to say? Okay. Okay, because you are calling from Biafra land, that is the reason why I am going to let you interrupt me. Maybe there is something that you have to bring up, but make it snappy. You have 2 minutes.
My good brother, I beg. I use it.
Please, be audible, be audible, be audible. We cannot hear you. Be loud.
Okay, my good brother. The area I want. Now, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better now. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Please, you don't have to waste your time for this boy called Samoneba. Samoneba is a liar. He's a 419er. I'm sorry for those following him. That boy has nothing to offer for Biafran restoration. That boy is a criminal. Because do you remember last year when court give a judge again over Nigeria asking them the county to go? Do you remember the word that come out of Samoneba? He was saying that let the matter end. That he don't have any other thing to offer. Because the county is coming out. Finally, he found out they did not release him. He started another agenda. Now he's the one telling us that this month Biafra must come. Again, he's trying to talk about the protest. Which one are we going to? In fact, you using your time. Biafrans, the real Biafrans using their time over Samoneba. We are just promoting him. That boy is a criminal. There's no need of promoting that boy. You people have made people to know about that. That boy is a number one criminal. It can never be well with him. Please, I'm begging you people. And I love the way GOS are behaving. Somebody like Chike Dozem have no time to talk about Samoneba. Tina Tamori have no time to talk about Samoneba. Please, I'm begging you people. If there is any way you can do to make sure that Biafra comes, people should forget about this, but the whole world have known him as a criminal. He's a liar. Please, my good brother, I beg you. Make a way where we can survive this thing. Look at this boy have caused a lot of killing. They are killing our brother, they are killing our youth every day. Somebody will promise bringing worship. I have traveled all over the Biafra land to see where Samoneba keep worship. There was nothing like worship. All I saw was a flying boat. Flying boat, is it a worship? My good brother, please, I'm begging you people. I beg, leave those who are following Samoneba. Time shall come. All the prophecy of Nnamdi Kanu have come to pass. The little one that remains will be the one that will fall on him. Please, my good brother, I'm begging you people. Forget about this boy. There's no atom of truth in him. Those following Samoneba will regret it. Time shall come when they will regret all they are doing. My good brother, I'm begging you.
Thank you.
Use your time to do another thing. Forget about this boy.
Thank you. The reason why I am talking about him. Listen. The reason why I brought his issue, you see, I don't bring his picture anymore because the reason why I brought him up again, and I know you are calling from Biafra land, you guys are the ones feeling the heat of whatever he is doing, and that is exactly the reason why I pick up your call. The reason why I brought him up, remember that whatever we are doing right now, we are actually sending a message to those whom he is lying to. If you check this message in front of your screen, what did you see there? That is a news in Finland. It is a newspaper in Finland where Timon said that he is the leader of IPOB. So it is very important in this regard. We must debunk it. So I will hang in there. You will see what we have to do. Just stay in there. We are not talking about him to promote him, but we are confirming to the world and those who are investigating him to know exactly what they are up for, because he is trying to actually hide behind the leadership of IPOB, but we will not let him do so. So let us finish with Azoka before we go there. Let us finish with Azoka. Thank you very much, the caller. You made a valid statement, and we are following that up. So,
if you get that criminals, well, just now the bush for nothing. The 5 million to Caterpillar, or how you eat the money, you must explain that to Biafrans.
And Namdalo. Take a second voice note. if run at this thing around go up, each talk is a mona first time at that platform, Chineke for that platform, each talk is a mona for no that in that day they have, and that criminals. If you get that criminals, well, just now the bushes your knife for nothing. From Simon Epa down, or I want get that day, forget. Oku toto man, why am I there? Ndani ndori maniko he chuko. Obalanina hanaga for IAGC away bubua. Nobody's people that don't even know their left from their right. Due to Nafon and the buy no na Mahakanina Gebe, and I ride the anyhow near Busisia. Nana Quego nearly. Nana Quego nearly 5 million a week on Yana clear Muniana bomb the enemy, dear Naja Menka. Since you Naja fighting for freedom fighting. Since you know, you bought Lotam Ihe opportunity, however, to siphon money, to eat money. Yeah, how much no the opportunity had? Due to their wicked, they don't care if all the Biafran they not buy almost say, Hachorema, so far the money na haka. And their arrogance is nothing to write home about. You forget. So I am. Nkana Papa page, I know how na their group. One of them mother I am a conwehena. The only hinging on BM, one of them mother I am a conwehena. On our Bodo Ibojanado, or them mother, Mambo, I have not a buy also. One of them mother when he came agree. The man had a cook over then or buy into no those that know where the shoe, those that are wearing the shoes. My honey, over Honya, the Kakoluko Fulefu. In my hair born or no Bafua before we go put on and on my about only Goyana Tazi Bosoya Kunoya and why I wanted the very hour ha why I whoopia court and up your coach. My hemono de mother and Kuna. My hemono de mother and you.
So I think this is where
Niagia fighting for freedom. Niagia fighting for freedom fighting. Since you know, you bought a lot of way. Ihe opportunity, however, don't Kahanazo, I do a gumbo by a UN so Nigerian troops. Okay, disrupt election, no election in Biafran land. Eforia, they go my age, go chatambo. Kakana, Kakako. Ego chata say hi, ego chata. Oku say, and I calculate when I hire you and on this war. Onya na pong a papa Jimomai before Nisia Dronya Mamma. E Luziaba got a Catalumbona, got a Luaba, Bobuzium Damina, Macaya good at the troops. A Bobuzium Damina, Dame Putazana that area, Mwadi whole village Yoko. If only him a name in Ulina villages, Namu. I'm house of New Bunde Madnaga. In a Mekanuriketa. Oyama. A render go many people homeless. Many businesses they destroy again. On their bonus in a fight. If for 5 million KH go Mwebe. Just check go do Mwebo no ye gota. You challenge federal troops. A man a web allocation billions for bullets and guns. You Bobunda, you know, Hapota high level of village. These people are demons, they are bloodsuckers. Ndana may hear what say Mike, hair was say they to up and Anibu again, Biafran land again. Obuno Yoruba. Yoruba won't allow these people to step into do what their state, any of Yoruba state again. They will do it. If run Sema. So I'm a son as I'm on Ebanam everywhere we're born. When I campaign is a little Still, many born we have Biafrans. We say in a Hapunezio, and we repeat even book cotter. Man, open a Yoruba, open and Sima Bonya Yoruba. So a more do what we're messy here, a bussier, Umuneha, or a campaign veluto on also, Oboko, another tribe entirely. Ndi Yoruba no Europe, Ebo no ono ya tunatia. And I women high way. Nkabo must. They must kill him.
That is Sima deserve Pali Ibu Ebu self.
We look into Munai na gambling. I calculate go. I handle this war. Yana family no man on a comfort zone. Equasi track a hanja. These people are not supposed to enter Biafran land again for life. Bloodsuckers, demons, wicked souls. Very wicked set of people.
So let me try to leave this one here. Let me try to leave it here because there is a lot of voices here. But if I continue to play it, I don't think I will be able to make it on time to finish this program. So now let us proceed. Have you now seen it? These are the people planning for war. Now the 5 million Ageji Gombo Eji Agba war, Aji Agbasa Nigeria war. The 5 million Anaki Anako Magamazo Kajisine Eji Pota Caterpillar were not fear the money. And Oyan Kesino Okle Munoya Pota Caterpillar. Now was there no Pota Caterpillar. Okay, for now, when they finish talk this story, another story will come up. This is what these people are using you to do. Setting up Biafra land to be under siege by the military. Making sure that this Fulani army of conquest, their presence is all over Biafra land. Burning people's houses. Simon Ekpa and his old cohort, maybe they don't know how much it costs in your hard work to build a house, or to establish a business. That is the reason why they don't know, why, they don't care how people's houses are being burnt, being demolished by this Fulani army of conquest, those terrorists in military uniform, which they are indirectly inviting to our land, killing innocent people without any cause. The same people now, when they issue sit at home, these criminals comes out to promote their sit at home, to observe their sit at home, make sure nobody is coming around. You will not see you will not witness a visibility of a military or police. You will not see any of them. But once these people are talking on the media, any day after talking, they are the ones, maybe even the military are the ones doing the illegal job by killing some people, or then for them to come and ransack a village because terrorists could not come into our land. Our Eastern Security Network made sure of that. So military, the army of conquest, has to do the job for the terrorists. So now these people are now continuously claiming they are going to wage a war on Nigeria, which is a nation. A contraption, for that matter, not just a nation, a contraption. The reason why I am making a reference of it being a contraption, it is British contraption. So whatever that is going to befall Nigeria, we now attract British help because they need to save their contraption. They need to save their business called Nigeria. So are you now seeing the reason why these people are fooling themselves? They will just form one group, siphoning people's money, claiming they are going to war. Tomorrow, one person will come from a camp, tell you Butuzo is no longer their master. Their Butuzo is no longer there. They are now on the other side. Then Butuzo is no longer caring about them. When they get arrested, the same people you claim you are going to use to fight Nigeria, when they get arrested, they are forgotten. That is the reason why you turn against Barrister Ejiofor, because you want to be using him to come and go after, to go and release your criminals when they get arrested. And he refused. That is the reason why Barrister Ejiofor become a sellout. And now Ejimako, you started singing his praise, because you know he can be in for that type of dodgy business. And I'm wondering why I don't see him every day now talking Mazi with Juesia. He finished visit Mazi and now he now delivering the information. I don't see him more often doing so. And I don't see you people championing his cause anymore. It is one after another. Maybe it is the one called Jidofo or Ejidiofo. The one who said Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will leave him here to die. So all these things, when you look at them, you will imagine, what does these people take you for? You that is listening to me, what does these people take you for? They take you for granted. They take you for a fool. That's why they are doing what they are doing. They want to fight a war. 5 million to buy bullets to fight a war that they are trying to wage. They are trying to actually, bring up in Nigeria. They are in their comfort zone. About we kazo kanokwan America ne zuzueli na actually umuwoke there. He is there. She is there. They make her own things. The idiot in Canada, Finland, go stroke on because of Ifo Johnny Akutolonga. I don't know Ifo Johnny Akutolonga. I'm just reminding you for you to remember, so that you will not say, because the reason why it is very necessary we bring this for you to remember that if Obuni email, you will pay for them. You are playing with the gods of our land. Blood of our people has been spilled for the sake of this thing. Then somebody ahead thank you very much. Gina Ebi. Gina, welcome. So thank you very much, Karagod. So the same thing you see that they are doing, they will be in their comfort zone, sending some group of criminals. Remember that these people they are recruiting, some of them don't even know what they are doing. They recruit them. Some of them don't even know how to handle a gun. But they have seen it is he will tell them it's IPOB. They will run. All of them, they will be falling one after another. So many of them are in the DSS dungeon today without being remembered by nobody. Yet, this Eperima will go out there, give his testimony to the law enforcement, give his testimony to the newspapers in Finland to say that he is IPOB leader. Let us go there direct, because now Abu Abuika Azoka will bring us down, will take us to that one straight. It will take us to that one straight. Let me read that news for you. I am going to read it straight. This is the news. This is from the newspaper in Finland, I believe. But this newspaper, they don't have base. Because I can't find their even Twitter. So now let me read what all this news, the same news you see on the TV. Those who you see on the TV, they are posting for you half of it. They just post for you. They talk about Nigeria and EPA. So let me read for you the one thing I found very dodgy about the report. I don't care about all the report. I am going to read this one that I actually screenshotted and bring it to you, where he said, so one moment. Now, let me read this part also, that the Nigeria government have asked Finland. So let me, that one we know. Using that to stop Simon. Now, they said also, let me remove this thing from the screen. They said also, this is the news that I am reading, so that you will know. Have you seen the that is the news that I am reading. Now, Simon is using social media he is a member of party coalition party. He's calling on millions of Biafra. He's calling on millions of people to boycott upcoming general election next weekend. Now they went ahead to say Eba told that he told Yele, or is it Yile, which is the name of the news channel, that he told them that he leads the indigenous people of Biafra. You see, I want you to read it yourself. Let me actually turn this phone where it is going to be big, so that you will read it yourself, so that you will know exactly what this guy is up to. Okay, it's still not showing the way it should, but read the one you are going to see. Read it. Epa told the news channel that he leads the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB in bracket. Check this. Did you see IPOB? Did you see IPOB in this bracket? Did you see it? That he lead the indigenous people of Biafra. That is IPOB in bracket, a separatist movement agitating for the secession of Biafra in southern Nigeria. IPOB also comprise the Eastern Security Network, which is paramilitary group. Now you see the reason why our name appeared in the terrorist index, courtesy of Tony Blair Institute. Are you now seeing the reason why we appeared in the terrorist index, courtesy of Tony Blair Institute? Because some of these people who are actually doing everything, making a quick move to actually place IPOB in the terrorist index, you should know that they are part of the conspirators. Like I always say to you, that there is a Western agenda behind the force that is fighting IPOB. There is a serious Western agenda in this shenanigan that we are facing. Now let us continue to read. As he said to them that he lead the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Now, some of you who still believe that there is truth in this guy called Simon, that there is truth that he is that this man worth telling you to go and die while sitting in his comfort zone. Even the news in Finland has it that he sits in his home in Lahti, Helsinki, Finland, and dishing orders to people. And they also, okay, I will read that one. I will still read that one. Let us finalize this one of him being an IPOB leader. And he said that he has a paramilitary group, which is Eastern Security Network. And he said also that we are fighting to restore the Eastern region. That Biafra is fighting to restore the Eastern region as a sovereign nation. Okay, not Eastern region. He said that they are fighting a separatist movement agitating for secession of Biafra in southern Nigeria. In southern Nigeria. Okay, sorry. Southeastern Nigeria. That's what is written here. Let me show you. Okay. Southeastern Nigeria. Of course, you can see it there. Southeastern Nigeria. That's what is written there. So we are only fighting for Southeastern Nigeria, 5 states. He claimed he is the leader of IPOB. IPOB. He is the leader. And there is Eastern Security Network, which they call paramilitary group. And now a person who does that claim, and in the news, European news, which the Europeans are the reason why we are actually in this problem we find ourselves into. Have you now seen where the Western agenda is coming up? He is telling them he is the leader. He is telling them he is the leader. Telling them there is paramilitary Eastern Security Network, that we are fighting only to restore southeastern region of Nigeria. This is a Finland news. I am telling you, this is not Nigeria newspaper. This is a Finland newspaper. It is a Finland newspaper. They even showed the maga where he set up, how his broadcast. This is a Finland newspaper. It is a Finland. It is not Nigeria newspaper. So for you to know, this is how he goes about lying to the people, lying to security agencies, the same as Interpol. He will tell them he is the leader of the indigenous people, and now he also told them that the millions of people, that the whole Biafrans are following him and they love him. Now, the news now wrote also later that people are scared of Simon in that region. That millions of people are scared of Simon, that he is a boogeyman in that area. That one I'm putting it myself the way I actually can explain it to you. That is the reason why he is sitting in Lati, dishing out orders to people, and people are being scared. They also said that he has been notice that he has been carrying out sit at home. But where I am channeling my attention is, why would Simon say that he is a leader of IPOB? Why would he, when they include Eastern Security Network, which is a paramilitary group, why would Simon say that he is fighting for Eastern region of Nigeria? Southeastern region, which is 5 states. Now, have you now seen the reason why we told you that this guy does not care about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? He's only using Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to siphon money and actually steal from the indigenous people of Biafra in the name that he is the leader. That's what he tells people from outside Nigeria. These are the same people that are possible in the international community, that he is the leader. And now the activities of killing of a pregnant woman, the case he is still yet to answer. It is also in the public domain as a leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, which he claims. Now, where do you think that such claims and such activities is going to lead IPOB in the near future? That is the reason why you find yourself Anthony Blake Institute, where they stated that, or where they put IPOB in the terrorist index. Are you now getting it? Because of a narrative, one criminal in Finland. Those watching, I believe that we are connected now to Twitter. Those watching on Twitter, we are connected. We have been connected to Twitter maybe a few minutes ago. So those watching on Twitter, I want you to retweet and tag Finland or Annie, is it Lina, the Nigeria Finland ambassador to Nigeria. If you are watching, tag her, Finland Embassy to Nigeria. Google to see their Twitter handle. You tag them while you are retweeting on Twitter. Tag them so that they will know. And Simon is not the leader of IPOB. Simon is not a member of IPOB. Simon is using the name of IPOB to steal money from the Biafran. He does not lead any organization in this freedom movement. What he is doing is that he used the name of IPOB, using it. It is called called a theft under false pretense. If you tag them, once they hear this case, they will understand what Simon is doing. It is a theft under false pretense, or we can call it, I don't know if there is a law that will, has this name that I am going to use, a fraud under false pretense. It is a fraud. There is no under false pretense. A fraud is a fraud. So a theft under false pretense is a fraud. Basically, it is a fraud. So that is exactly what Simon is doing with the name of IPOB, and he need to be brought to book. He need to be brought to book. And Onagwijao, do you know, are you aware, those of you, let me come table kita. Let me first of all know how much he spends for that. One minute. Okay. Are you aware that Simon is now using bodyguards, armed bodyguards, to work in Finland, to go and intimidate Igbo forums, Igbo meetings in Finland? Are you aware? With your money, armed bodyguard in Finland, you pay them from $60 to $100 per hour. $60 to $100 per hour, armed bodyguard in Finland. Simon is using your money to go about with bodyguards, to go and disrupt meetings that are happening. The last one he went, they carried them to him and his bodyguard, they throw them outside the meeting. In Igbo forum in Finland. He went there with the armed bodyguard, trying to intimidate them, just to picture a narrative, because he want to go there in order to cause a problem. When they are now talking, he will picture it or video it and say they are begging him. That's what he wanted. And when he come in there, they told him, number one, there will be no phone with you guys coming into the venue premises of this, meeting, where the meeting is going on. Remember, he lied to you that he was going to have a meeting with Igbo, forum or Igbo whatever in Finland. He went there with armed bodyguard, with Egunu, your money. What is the bodyguard? This is the same person who is calling for people to die in Biafra land. But in a country where there is a maximum security, Simon, which is a bodyguard, $100 per hour. He went into the meeting, the meeting. Ask him, or if you know him, ask him if it is true. They chase them out of the meeting because they know his agenda. They know what he is up to. They know his plans. Are you now seeing somebody who is telling you they are going to fight a war? He's moving with a bodyguard. Hey. I have forgiven a Biafra freedom. We have seen things. Ask those who knows him should ask him. Why is he moving with a bodyguard? Number two, why is he telling people that he is, or writing that he is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, the group? Let me also, continue the reading. This is something that happened yesterday. This news I'm reading for you is something that happened. It is a news that was written yesterday, on the day before yesterday, which because they say that the upcoming election next week, because this election is coming next week. Now, for you to know how fresh the news is, now because let me continue. Now the newspaper said that they have visited. They said that the name of the newspaper visited the area and found that while EPA enjoyed influence in that part of the country, the news in Finland said that they visited the area and found that while EPA enjoyed influence in that part of the country, his exact role in the separatist group was unclear. See it. The news in Finland, though. This is not news in Nigeria. This is not a zoo news. They said that they have visited the area. Have you seen it? And found that his, exact role in the separatist group was unclear. His exact role was unclear. Are you now seeing investigative journalism? How they work? They have made their investigation, found out that his position, his role is unclear in IPOB, which he claimed that is the leader. When the leader is in the DSS dungeon, illegally, somebody is out there claiming the leader. In Europe, you know that this newspaper in Europe will go everywhere in Europe. This newspaper in Europe will go everywhere in Europe. People in Europe will read it. He claimed he is the leader. Killing pregnant woman. Leader is in the DSS dungeon suffering. This criminal that is not even a member of IPOB created a criminal syndicate called Autopilot, which is not registered. So I want whoever that is going to interview this criminal next, because we have we actually tagged so many fraternities and embassies in this regard. Some of them are in the north country. So in any of them which will come across this criminal, in investigating him, they should actually ask him to present the document that makes him the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra or the leader of IPOB, or to ask him to present the the registered document of IPOB or the seal of IPOB that makes him the leader of IPOB, so that they will not, they will not, some of them that might be complicit, those who knows his activities, who are still in Europe, who will want to be complicit in this regard. For you to know that we know what we are doing. That's the reason why we are sending these messages to you. So let us continue to see more things that he said. But don't forget, they say that his role is unclear. This is the Finland newspaper. They say that his role is unclear. For those of you who still believe that his role is clear in IPOB. Now, during the past 18 months, he has called on millions of people in the South Nigeria to participate in anti-government protest. They said that EPA said he doesn't see any conflict in trying to impede the democratic process in another country. He doesn't see any problem. Okay, I don't know. And he made a claim in Nigeria, a court can change an election result. That's what the claim he made while sitting in his comfort zone. Now, the news channel said that, meanwhile, they found out that this guy is feared individual in Nigeria. That he is a feared individual in Nigeria. Do you know why? Because he is a terrorist. It is only a terrorist that is a feared individual. Now listen to it. Was Mazen Nnamdi Kanu a feared individual in Nigeria or loved individual? I want us to get this clear. Do you fear Mazen Nnamdi Kanu or do you love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Who said that they don't get me on YouTube? Go to Judge Money Blog Africa. I am live there and it is still on. Go to Judge Money Blog Africa. Search Judge Money Blog Africa. You will get me on YouTube. So, now is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu loved by people or feared by people? Please tell me. He is loved by people. He is loved by people, not feared by people. We did not fear him to follow him. We loved him to follow him because he is leading us in, in a good, pace. He's leading us in a good pace and in a good direction towards our freedom. But this guy, who is there for his own selfish aggrandizement, they have discovered that, I keep on, missing where I was. Now, people, the news channel, Yile, meanwhile, found that Eba is feared individual in Nigeria. Forces under his command have allegedly threatened people who don't respect Monday curfew ordered by the separatists. Staying indoors send Nigeria message that you cannot control us. It's peaceful protest, Eba explained vehemently, denying allegation that his group has violently targeted civilians. Now let me make it clear. Of course, you people will hear so many, go to the ground in Nigeria, Biafra land, and ask the civilians who are on the receiving end of Eba's activities. You can go there. I know you have ambassador in Nigeria. She can organize it and go there and make sure that they find it out. He is not loved. He is feared because he has some of this group which he created, and he is using them because IPOB as a family, which our leader is in illegal detention in solitary confinement in Nigeria, tortured because of his sincerity towards the movement for the restoration of the sovereign nation of Biafra. That is the reason why he is in the solitary confinement. And now this guy is taking advantage of his predicament because he managed to interview him, because he was working as a double agent, and our leader believed that he was going to bring something new to the Biafra struggle, because our leader wants everybody to bring what they have. But it was a wrong shot. He interviewed this man, and that's how this man now started calling himself the leader of IPOB, because they connived and they sold our leader. And the Nigeria government went to Kenya and kidnapped this man, tortured him for 8 days, renditioned him to Nigeria, violating the law of international law on extradition protocols, and also violating the Universal Declaration on Human Rights, and that is an act of terrorism meted upon him. Today, somebody who claimed that he is his disciple is no longer the disciple, but now call himself the leader. Is that not an irony? This is what it is now coming. It is now, the secret is being leaked, is coming out gradually from the horse's mouth. From the horse's mouth, the secret is coming out gradually. This news is on the public domain. It is on a public domain. In case if you want to access it, it is even in some news in the zoo. They have captured this one. So let me take this call because I believe he has more, something to say, or maybe more information on things that I am talking about.
Yes.
Mazi.
Yes, Mazi, I hope the world is hearing my voice.
No, you are coming out clear. Go ahead. The whole world is listening.
Thank you. Before I forgot, because I'm listening, I just want to use this opportunity to tell Biafrans, those ones in Europe and those ones in Biafra land, that Samaneba duped them by saying he wants to give them Poland visa. Some of them, we have the record, and they are listening. Some of them are listening. Please, 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 bring out those documents that he sent to you and all those chats and send it to the appropriate channel of the Finland government. You can contact them with the number. Their number is there. Contact them, speak to them, send them all those things. Samaneba come back and say he's going to fight IPOB, that by the time he finish with IPOB, everybody will disappear. We will tell him that nobody fight IPOB, nobody. Even Jesus Christ cannot fight IPOB. Yawaya or war the second death. This guy come out and cause the death of our people in Biafra land just because he wants to be king. He just want to be relevant. This guy forgot that nobody sent him. It's a mistake by interviewing Onyendu. Many people are interviewing Onyendu now. Does it mean that those people come to challenge IPOB? And I'm saying it here. The leadership they are listening, or people will send these brokers to them. Please, this is not. We need to write something immediately so that there will be Finland government. We know that he's not IPOB leadership. He's not leading IPOB. Please, because I know that US, they know what they are doing. They are going to send their own memo to Finland government and let them know that this guy has nothing to do with IPOB and he's not IPOB leader. Because this is our life we are fighting here. Before he went there and concord story, Samaneba have caused a lot of havoc to himself, not for us, because he came out to fight IPOB and we told him to stop, that you are going the wrong way. He think by people are clapping for him. Those people that is clapping, there is a voice you play. When one guy said that these people, we have to locate where they came from. Rafael Ajere is one of them. Where is this one in Holland? We have their pictures and everything. These people cause the death of our people because of their own selfishness, because of their prideness. What is killing Samaleba today is pride. Pride. We hear our people say, "Okomoko butus on tata." We hear them say that is what is killing him. And if my brother Metu Sedek is hearing, I hope that Metu have some of those people that he took. He have some of the record of the people and every papers they sent to him. Metu, if you are listening, this is the time to send all these things to Finland government, because someone to pay for his atrocity. He must. And we found that Samaneba must to pay for his atrocity. Those of you that he took, you have the receipt, you have the chat, you have everything, and you have the money you pay to him. This is the time to send everything to Finland government. We don't care what people say about whatever, that why are we fighting Samaneba? Why is he not? No. We will tell you what Samaneba have done in Biafra land. And for him to come out to fight IPOB for no reason, for his own benefit. You see what those people say there, that he is not, they find out that he is not fighting for the freedom of what he claimed. This guy came out and said that GOS are criminals, they are intense, they sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I asked them, if you go there to ask him, give us evidence so that we can confront the GOS. There is no evidence shows that the GOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's a lie, fallacy from the pit of hell. He did shout to those rubbish so that people will hate the GOS, so that GOS will be in trouble, so that our people will begin to run helter scatter. That is why Nelly went to Chinasawura and told him they should change DOS to ESN command. This is their atrocity. Now, Samaneba, you said that Nelly sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That Nelly will confess. If he did not confess for some days, he will die. Today, Nelly is still waxing. No more DOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's Nelly. Nelly is still today, waxing today, doing his own thing. Samaneba, who else again are you going to blackmail that sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Who else again? While you are aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in Kenya, tortured for 8 days. Samaneba, are you not communicating with the Kanunta? Are you not communicating with Mazi secretary? The secretary knows he should want to raise alarm. Kanunta cannot threaten her. While the lady is communicating with Samaneba, we know all these things. He came to lie against the DOS. Men and women, he lie against them. Nyanya is part of them. He is complicit in this criminal. In Nyanya, if you like, close IPOB account, and Nyanya is a criminal. Mazi, I am under oath. Before I know what our oath say. Before I call somebody a criminal, I have searched my mind. Nyanya will know she's a criminal, and we do time stroke Gabia. Those men that went to check our account are the people signatory to that account. They want to know what is going on there. Nyanya shot to the account because he doesn't want everybody to know. Everything you hear from Ikenga's mouth is a gospel. It's always joke. Why is she not allowing the DOS to see what is going in that account? Because how a hidden agenda. Mazi, the killing of our people in Biafra land, Samaneba calls 95% of them because he wants to challenge the DOS. He wants to reap where he did not sow. If DOS and this DOS that is accusing sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, can't you see their life? They will change life. They will start fighting IPOB. They will never come to radio. You will notice it. You will. I have asked them, allow Mazi Nnamdi. Why Kanu Takano? Why are you fighting the DOS? Allow Mazi to come out. Anywhere you see the problem, and the people are fast to accuse one, accuse the other ones. Lawyer and I may somebody accuse. Yawa is the criminal. This Samaneba, Nelly, all these people that know about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Samaneba, and his secretary, they are the one responsible for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They know. And my happiness today is that he is alive. If Onyendu would have been dead in Kenya, believe you me, DOS could have been in trouble. This man would have been lynched by IPOB. We will be fighting, thinking that they are the one. Never know that the men perpetrators are inside us. Your own stroke. Your own stroke. Your own stroke. Mazi, I stand by. Continue your good job.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, that is how it is. It is that is exactly more information coming up, people's opinion. So let me continue. Let me see if there is any other things that I need to read from here. Okay, it says that now that Simon vehemently denied allegation that his group has violently targeted civilians. He denied the allegation. Who killed the pregnant woman? Who killed the pregnant woman? Was it not Simon Ekpa in December? Who killed the pregnant woman? I believe around December 14th, 15th, 18th. Who killed that pregnant woman? Is it not Simon Ekpa boys? Criminals that he's using on the ground. They are civilians. How many pictures of military of Nigeria has Simon Ekpa boys killed? The answer is none. But military of Nigeria put the, some of the areas in Biafra land under siege. Simon Ekpa boys has never gone there to have a gun duel or gun battle with them, to chase them away from demolishing people properties, demolishing people land, and taking away their livelihood. Rather, he is the one paving way for them to come. He will talk in the social media. People will giving paving way for this military to come and cause their military carnage in our land. It is an act of terrorism on our people, because they are actually taking away their means of livelihood by going into the marketplace and setting it ablaze, going into people's houses, setting it ablaze, shooting innocent young people as a result of what Simon is saying in the media, because they are all in this together. It is a violence against civilians that Simon is up to. I am a Biafran, and I am sincerely fighting for the restoration and freedom of our people. That is the reason why I'm here. And I can surely testify that Simon is not doing so. He is enriching himself. Those of you who are in Finland, those of you who are in the same political party where he is, I want you to check his worth before 2021, and check his worth today, his net worth before 2021 and today. You will understand exactly what we are talking about. Check it. How long was he driving that car that he was driving? And recently he bought himself a new car. In 2021, when he started this shenanigan, he bought himself a brand new car, a Mercedes, a Benz. So now, why do you still think that this guy is fighting for freedom when he used the money enriching himself? So let us continue to look for what we are going to respond, because I'm also going to write to this news channel. I'm going to write to them, and maybe if I can write to them, maybe I will find a way to communicate with them. That is the... He claimed that he condoned violence against Nigeria's central government forces. It's a question of self-defense. Now, have you ever seen Simon Ekpa in a gun battle with Nigeria military force? The answer is no. You only see him, his criminals going about to marketplace, intimidating women and children in the marketplace, going about tearing posters. That is the only thing they do. Going about burning people's businesses that are decorating places, instead of fighting or looking for the politicians that they claim they are that are destroying the land, but they leave it and looking for civilians who are looking for money in every means possible to eat. He's targeting them. Are you now seeing the difference between freedom fighting and oppressing people? Because what you see here is oppression on people. So I believe this is where I am going to actually live in it. This is where I am going to live it. We are okay. Now the ambassador said, however, told the news that it's not up to a diplomat to investigate whether a Finnish citizen has potentially committed a crime by demanding an election boycott or by supporting separatists. The right authorities in this case is the police, and they have been notified. They are very much aware of the situation, she explained. You know one thing that you don't understand? One thing that you don't understand is that in this type of situation, in this type of case, you should know that when extradition is being applied, you might not know, because it is a case that is going to be, tabled in the court to know if indeed this guy has committed a crime, that he need to go out there and answer for the crime. and they will only inform him when they find the evidence that will tag him to the case. So they are investigating him, and we are going to make sure we get the evidence to them, because it is people that blood that is spilled, not water. It is people, family members, a pregnant woman. You make the husband a widower. That is how it is. You are going to pay for it. Of course, so many of you who knows him in Finland, you will know that his mouth is on one side. It is as a result of what he has done and what he used his mouth to confess against other people, incriminating people who are innocent. That is what he does, and that is the reason why it affected his mouth and may give him a partial stroke. So, great and wonderful people of Biafra, this is exactly where I am going to bring it to an end. So if anybody want to call in, you have from now till the next 10 minutes to call in. If I don't get your call in the next 10 minutes, I am going to actually call it a day. We have a WhatsApp call number on the screen in case if there is anything you want to say about these things that we have presented to you. We'll be coming up online tomorrow if time permits us. There is very important topic I supposed to teach, but issue took longer time. I will not be able to present it. We're going to talk about it tomorrow or next, whenever we have time. But for now, what marvels me is that the criminal said that he is the leader of IPOB, which we all need to debunk. We all need to send that lies to the pit of hell where it came from, because he is not our leader. He is not the leader of IPOB. He is feared by some people, but not people like me. He is feared by some people because he is a coward. Sitting in Finland, and those who fear him are also equally a coward. And the leader of the IPOB, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He is not feared by people, rather he is loved by the people. And that has been how it is. And that is the way it will continue to be. So, I believe that there is no one who wants to bring a call to us. That means everybody, we are on the same page. Let me see the comment the next 3 minutes, or I am going to call it a day. Let me actually acknowledge people in the comment section on Judge Money blog. I might not see you on other platform, but on Judge Money blog I will see you. Gina, Gina, thank you very much for joining us. Kara Gold, thank you very much. You guys has been wonderful, and I cherish your information in that comment section. Chi Williams, thank you very much. You're wonderful. And Nathaniel said, please, the current picture of MNK on social media need to be confirmed before making use of it, because the zoo can speculate anything to confuse the public in order to carry out their devilish agenda. I don't know if you will be able to throw more light to what you are trying to say. I get your point. I get what you said there, but I don't know why you saying it. If you can share more light to which Nathaniel Nabugo. Thank you very much for joining us as well. And Princess Babi, You are one of the formidable, comment section media warrior. You are one of them, and I appreciate you also. Thank you very much, Chinonye Okoli. You are one of the formidable IPOB media warriors. Thank you very much for joining us. Agent Provocateur should dream some more. MKN remains the only leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, which is currently led by the Directorate of State, headed by Mazi Chike Doziem and deputized by Mazin Tony. Nzurumike, case closed. Chinoyalum, thank you very much for that comment. Chidebelu Eze, thank you very much for joining us. And Princess Babi say, oh my God, Simon Onyoshi. That means Simon criminals. Those are our Biafrans. Who knows the leader of IPOB? Rally Chuku, thank you very much for joining us. And is it Chika Babioku, thank you very much for joining us. And among other of you, let me see. I'm surprised today I didn't get any YouTube. I did not get YouTube comments today, or is it that I had to refresh to get them? Let me actually go into YouTube and see the reason. Oh, there is a lot of comments in YouTube, but I am not getting them on my screen. Why? That means there are many. Not up. Let me see. Okay, now I didn't activate it. Let me look at them. Almost here, Biafra, Prince Wachuku, Bright Eva Joy. You people are still here putting interest in account. Why Biafra spokesman is moving high. That is how stupid you are. Did he tell you he's a spokesman? He said he's IPOB leader, Mugu. That is the reason why some of you come with your mind. You don't come with your brain. You always leave your brain behind when you come to a broadcast like this. Akaojoha Bahalachi. Akaojoha Gala Alahachiha. Okay, Akaojoha Galahachi Kwaha no ha. Okay, Princess Nwachuku. Akaojoha Galahachiha no Kamu Ezoku. Akaojoha Gabafa no. Let me see if I am getting a call for the program. Okay, that means I am getting a call for the program. The caller on the line, your name and where you are calling from, please.
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Hey, Mazi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I don't know if this is your afternoon or this is my afternoon. How are you doing?
Good, and you? Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to start by thanking you for what you guys are doing. That's just wonderful. I love the analysis about everything. I just wanted to talk a little bit on the account issues. The point, I didn't listen. I really didn't listen to the Mrs. Aya when she did that broadcast, but I'm hearing it for the first time from your page. And my thing is, I really don't understand why anybody will even buy a word from what she was saying, because it doesn't make any sense as far as I'm concerned. First of all, Martin Nnamdi Kanu is being held in a solitary confinement, and I think that should be our main focus right now, because when people keep talking about money, and it looks like it's all about the money, actually. How about the life of this man that has given everything to us, And then talking about account, actually, like you were kind of spot on what you talked about in terms of when you talk about account. The question here is, this is an account that belongs to a nation. Why is it just one person that's able to like access the account, move money at will without, concern, like the consent of other people? Are they signatories to the account in the first place? That's one question. If there are signatories to this account, there is no way. I have an organization, right? And we have signatories. And until the signatures of all the signatories are appended on anything, the bank is never going to release even a dime from that particular account. So the question remains, do we have signatories other than Mrs. Anya on this account? If we do they all append their signatures before any money is moved out of the account? That's a very important question that we need to know. Now, when you talk about code of conduct, right, I was listening to Mazi Ikenga the other day where he was, I think it was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, where he was going through the code of conduct. Now, when Mazi Namdekano talked about the fact that he is a leader, people call him the supreme leader, and he deserves to be called that too. That's not a problem. But my thing is, he is at the helm of the affairs, right? And then he made a broadcast, and which you played on your, even though it was cracking at the time, but a lot of people heard it because it's been circulating for a very long time now. And he talked about the fact that there's a Directorate of State, and he talked about the Mazi Chika Edoziem, he talked about Mazi Zurumike, and he said that what they say is final. And when it comes to the structure, talking about a hierarchy, Mazi Edoziem right now, as long as Mazi Namdekano is not readily available, he has the right, Mazi Chika Edoziem now has the right to, to tell Mrs. Anya what needs to be done. And she has no right to object to what that's saying, because if you're talking about a code of conduct and you're not respecting the man at the helm of the affairs right now, then you're not actually being truthful to yourself. So my thing is, when we talk, and when you talk about things, you talk about whatever you're talking about without an evidence, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't hold